Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Children of Zodiarcs walkthrough sponsored by RageWorks.net. In Story Mission 5, Nahmi and crew make it back to the orphanage just in time to witness a full assault by the Tauran guards. Pester gets separated from Brice and Nahmi and they must escape while Zirchhoff holds off the guards. Skirmishes basically let you replay previous levels, like previous maps, and they're harder than even playing the game on hard, in part because not only are the positions of the enemies random, the position of your characters are random. They don't always put you all together. Like they might put Brice on one side of the map and you and Pester on the other side, or Nahmi on one side of the map or something like that. So it's a definite challenge. One thing you should always do before every new mission is check your dice slots. You might have a new dice slot like I have here. Check your cards, see if you have new cards available, or if your cards are doing have new effects, and also check your dice as well. Like not only how many slots you have, but like sometimes you get a stronger die, like a level 3 when you're only level 2 or level 1, but you see the red marks there. You might have to actually craft new sides to your die, which I haven't unlocked that yet. I think that's after this mission. Nahmi explains her loyalty to Zirchhoff and the family. Pester's lack of loyalty to Zirchhoff stems from the fact that he realizes that they're all being used. Nahmi realizes it as well, but at the same time, she appreciates that if not for Zirchhoff, she probably wouldn't be alive right now. And her main goal is to survive. One of the things I don't like about this story is that even though Brice just gave an explanation, it's never really fleshed out what her problem with adults was, like exactly what happened. She never talks about her parents, and we never figure out what happened. I love that nickname for him. I thought Slint was a boy. Slint is a girl. Some of these faces are a bit confusing. There's like No, nothing that distinguishes them as female. These poor children are very dirty. Yeah, Nahmi, you got mad street cred, son. One thing you gotta respect about Zirchhoff, he doesn't hide the fact that he uses people. He's open about it. His bottom line is to get rich. Zirchhoff also has a backstory, and we will learn that before the end of this game. So in this mission, Brice and Nahmi basically have to escape, or you can choose the option to kill everybody. For some reason, Zirchhoff cannot jump that wall. I mean, it makes sense because he's defending the orphanage, but it'd be nice if he could actually help us out. But he's keeping the people that come after him from coming after us. I hate fiddling around with like my moves, moving around the board and moving back and forth trying to pick the right move and with the dice and everything, but it's very easy to make mistakes in this game. I mean, you've already seen me hit myself at least twice in these walkthroughs. And you want to make sure that you get as many of those extra actions as you can. There actually is a trophy for playing 7 cards in a single turn, which I do have a video in the playlist for that. Because on my hard playthrough, I did the kill everybody option. I'm just going to escape here because there is a trophy which you will see pop at the end of this mission for escaping the assault on the orphanage. So this is one mission you actually do need to play twice, because there's a trophy for completing the mission without escaping and a trophy for escaping. Against individual enemies, that damned card right there is probably one of the best attacks in the game. Especially since it's not often that you get to use Zirchhoff. His offensive power is obscene. Even at low levels, it's literally obscene. When you're walking around with a giant freaking club like that, that's understandable. In my haste to hit both of those guys, I let one of them get behind me. But where I was positioned, there was no way to prevent, a backstab. One of them would have gotten it. Zirchhoff can take a lot of damage, thankfully, so as long as I focus on keeping these two alive, I'll be alright. Because it's very unlikely, if I was going to fail this mission, it would be these guys dying before it would be Zirchhoff dying. This is why more dice is important as well. You see that I can only get him for like 22 HP, but, well, 23 here. If I had more dice, I could probably kill him in one hit. Also, if my card was upgraded, like, it does things like cause people to bleed, which makes them lose HP on each turn and stuff like that. You never get full control of Zirchhoff in this game, by which I mean he's never like a real crew member that you could, for example, take into skirmishes and stuff. I think that would have been a cool unlock. Maybe if it's something that Cardboard Utopia has yet to, like, I lost my word for a second. Like maybe if that's a feature in the game, but they have it hidden for now, that would be cool. There's other characters as well that I would like to use. That like you get to use them temporarily, but it'd be nice if you could use them in the main story. So if anybody at Cardboard Utopia is watching this, if that's something you either are going to unlock or could add, that would be really cool. I was fumbling there because I was trying to heal Brice, but the range of my movement wouldn't allow for it. And here I'm just keeping Zirchhoff against the wall so that neither of these guys can get a backstab on him. I'll let them come to him. Because with his weapon, a lot of his attacks have at least a 2-tile range. Plus he has magic, so that works too. You see, he's got a ton of dice. And that's not even counting the 3 that the card that he's using is adding on. Always try to take out gunners and wizards or magicians, whatever they're called, because you know they have different names depending upon their affiliation. Take them out as quickly as possible, especially like if you're dealing with these guys, the Tauren guards. They have 2 levels of magicians. There's like a dude with white hair, and that's sort of like, if you are a Final Fantasy player, that's sort of like a white mage. And then there's a dude with a hat that's dressed in all red. That's sort of like their black mage, or you know, in red mage. The one in white always heals. I don't think they even have any attack abilities. But the one in red can primarily attack and has limited healing ability. So you always want to take them out, because if you like take this gunner for example, if there were a wizard here and I hit this guy but I don't kill him, the wizard's gonna heal him right back up and do it repeatedly. They never seem to be out of spells. And when you start dealing with the in-between people, the what are they called? Well, they're cannibals, so let's just call them cannibals. But they're really dirty looking people. Like, you see dirt and blood all over them because they're cannibals. Like they have a magician called a zealot. You really gotta watch out for those guys. Like, they put all kinds of adverse status effects on you. Like they mess up your dice, they mess up your cards, they cause you to bleed, everything. They go hard on you. They are the zealots are worse than pretty much anybody else. thing next to them, there would be a guy that has like the build of Zirchhoff. He's called a degenerate. He, like, Zirchhoff has this giant spiked back. This guy has a giant freaking sword. And the hit points on degenerates are ridiculous, and their attack ability is also equally ridiculous. Not on Zirchhoff's level, but it's enough that you want to stay away from them. You see, I'm not trying to kill everybody, but I need to deal with this gunner. The escape is like right in front of us, but you don't want a gunner behind you when you have to deal with people in front of you as well. You don't want a gunner behind you, period, because he has, they're very good for shooting you and causing the hold effect, which prevents you from moving. And they do it at the worst times. If I finally manage to get this video up that I have for completing, it's called the Arena of Zin, you're gonna see the gunners really cause me some problems. I would seriously love to be able to use Zirchhoff in normal combat situations. You guys really, if you can add a new game plus, please do so. Like a special new game plus where you can use all the characters in any level. I know it would mess up the story, but it wouldn't be the first game that does stuff like that. You know, the problem here is for some reason the game doesn't let you step over bodies, so that nice easy passage right there is blocked by bodies. So we have to come over this roof, and the game also won't let you jump off a roof. So we have to come down to where there's a box as like a step, and there's only one box, which you just see right there in front of that guard. But we really should deal with that guard before we come down, and some of our attacks are just not reaching him. That's why you see me going back and forth. That's why it sucks when you run out of cards. It's early in the game, but Nahmi has a couple of cards that actually get you cards. Plus, there are dice that will cause you to pick up cards as well. That gunner I'm not worried about because, again, it's Zirchhoff. He has a ton of HP, and the gunner can't do enough damage to him to be a threat. AI is good enough where it knows how to stop your forward momentum. Like, they know where to position themselves, where you're either going to put yourself in like a trap or just get yourself into trouble one way or another. I have my knives out attack so I can finally hit this guy, but I got to be in the right spot to do so. What I was trying to do here is make it so that when I finish my turns with Brice and Nahmi, they're more than one tile apart, because both the gunners and the swordsmen usually, and this is what I mean about the AI, like they set you up so that you stand in a position where they can hit both of you at the same time. It's also a little bit frustrating replaying. You know how when you've played a game and you've gotten good and you've gotten all the goodies and stuff, and then you replay it and you're back at the beginning. Like earlier today, I'm playing and Nami's at like level 74 and this one's at level 6. Huge difference in ability. Yeah, my HP's nearly full, but I'm using the heal just to have like the regen and the evasion. I just found out what evasion was, and this is why reading is fundamental, folks. I was like, you think evasion, usually that's like dodging attacks. I've never seen anybody in this game ever miss. In this game, evasion means that if somebody is within attack range of a character that has evasion activated, that person that's trying to attack will have at least one detrimental die added to their roll. So one of those red dice that you see sometimes. Like how he died against the wall. It doesn't even matter that these guys are putting a hold on Zirchhoff, because he's not moving anywhere. Staying against that wall. I think at turn 10 I should be getting out of this mission. Well, at least I got a hold on him. It would have been better to kill him because he can still shoot. Hold is a lot less effective on gunners, especially if they're within range of you. But when you knock somebody off a building, that always works. I was actually kind of glad that the swordsman came after Nahmi instead of going after Brice, because with that gunner hit, she might have died. See, I got out just in time because the gunner that was messing with Zirchhoff started coming over here. And I healed just in case. Because I thought I had to actually last the whole turn. But this right here, because I'm standing in here, that's going to end the mission. And you see, children's stories, that's for escaping the assault on the orphanage. Yeah, his weight in platinum is definitely a king's ransom. So that's going to do it for story mission 5, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Everybody have a good night.